पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
So, continuing the topic on suffering. Suffering as the master. The stage of the seeker of truth. Has he now stopped fearing suffering? First he understood its addiction. Then he understands its purpose. So he stops fearing it and embraces it as a master. You see? For all that I've been saying about the seeker of truth, I think by now you're getting an idea, if you didn't have before, of the difficulty, of the intensity of the path. It is a path made of fire. Each step is a step of fire. And for this, you need a tremendous strength. And this strength is available for everyone. It's not something for the few. It's for the few that dare to see. But it's available for everyone. There's a lot of strength involved. But if you're avoiding suffering, it is something else, has nothing to do with the quest for truth. You're rejecting the master, that which is there to prepare you. You see? These days people come to satsang, and with these ideas, without any roots of nothing is real and not. It is true, but it doesn't have roots in the ones that are saying this. The attitude is always to avoid discomfort, so it cannot go far. As you cut these worldly investments, really cut them, suffering will be intense. And if you don't have the power to stand it, you'll go back. You'll comply. People come to satsang. They cannot even sit straight. They sit like this. Because if they sit straight and steady, pain will come. And it's very easy to say this in a relaxed position. Oh, nothing is real. Suffering is not real. Pain is not real. But let the pain begin. And we'll see if these are just words. If you are not swayed by this, or if you are. Most of you are just playing with concepts. Again, this is not criticizing, it's giving opportunity. So if I'm not the body, why do I have to sit straight? So if you're not the body, what's the problem of sitting straight? If you're not the body, why should you experience pain? Well, if you're not the body, what's the problem to experience pain? Why do you have to go after the feeling good sensation all the time if you're not the body? Why are you going after the embrace all the time? Why do you imagine that the divine is a super nanny if you're not the body? Now sit straight and discover if these beliefs are just mental, or if they have something else, or if there is a seeing, I'm not the body, I'm not swayed by this. Those who practice meditation, I often got these questions about, I'm experiencing some discomfort in the posture. How should I avoid this? Are you really sure that this is there to be avoided? Okay, sometimes the position, the posture is incorrect. That is one aspect. But pain will come. I don't want to talk too much about the process of meditation, just giving an example. If any one of you has questions into this, I will be available to speak about it. But pain has to come. In the perfect posture, it will come. And it is there to prepare you. Even at the level of the nervous system, it is preparing you. It's giving you the capacity to endure, tenacity. It is testing your determination. This is what pain is doing, suffering is doing. Stubbornness is not a bad thing, a defect, or whatever the word in English is. It is a good tool applied in the right place. As you're playing spiritual life, Maya, Mother Maya, is smiling towards their infants playing, distracted. If you want to leave the kindergarten, she will be a little bit angry and she will do anything to push you back to the kindergarten. She will show you the worst faces you have ever, your worst nightmares. But eventually, if you actually succeed to get out from she will give you the prize. She will congratulate you. But she's a tricky one, you see. First, she makes you stay inside the playground by depriving you of your objects of desire. And you will keep on this struggle to get these objects of desire. Then, if you're getting close to becoming a seeker of truth, or if you have become one, she will try to distract you again, to send you back again, by giving you the objects of desire that you once were so attached to and deprived. And the majority, as the toy comes, everything else is forgotten. So as illusion is showing your worst nightmares, you will need strength. So all these spiritual practices, they are tools that are preparing you. But the real preparation is here. As you remain in your intimate space of perception, see the mechanics of your own illusion, recognizing the bounds you have to this world, to this illusion, to these investments, and start cutting them and taking the heat and remaining still. If this suffering is coming, this is not real. So if it's not real, I will not comply. The pains are there in the seeker of truth path. They are there. If they are not present at this moment, if you haven't gone through this, what I'm talking about, then you're doing something else which resembles in the form, but has nothing to do in the content. And to notice is an opportunity to go deeper, more honestly, evaluate. Pain doesn't need to be countered, to be avoided. It is there to help you. It is clarifying you. It is blessing you. It is pushing you, moving forward. It is a master that deserves your respect, your reverence. Eventually, that pain which is present, eventually it will not disturb you anymore. Present, unpresent, it will not disturb you. If the threat comes, that pain will come, you will not tremble, you will not be scared. You will have silence, stillness. And this is the basis. This is when you'll be really ready to see the world as it is, unreal. Before this, it's just a child playing. You have no silence. And if you become a seeker of truth, and you actually are close of really questioning what seems to be real, questioning illusion, as the nightmare comes, as pain comes, you will put the tail between your legs and you'll run away, go back to the playground. So this master is giving you what you need to give real steps. Pain is giving you your power back. And it is teaching you, when you understand this, when you give yourself to this teaching, it will prepare you. You see, the spiritual process has a life of its own. And the more you want, the more sincere you are, it will intensify accordingly and will prepare you on what you need. You have to trust that even these situations that you are put into that cause you a lot of suffering, they are there to help you to leave things behind, to regain your lost strength. They are not to punish you. But remember, for the seeker of truth, not the one who is still engaged in worldly conquests, investments, human investments, but the one who is for truth only. Nothing wrong with the other one. Nothing wrong. Because if you're not a seeker of truth, and that means if you haven't understood certain things yet, if you still believe in these bedtime stories, oh, but first I have to have a relationship, first I have to be a father or a mother, first I have to experience this, then I can be released from this. If you still believe in these bedtime stories, okay. But it's just a bedtime story. If you still believe in these things, you will continue just moving around like a cat chasing its tail. and your precious gift, time, slips away from your hands. There is a game going on. Are you paying attention? Distraction and deception. This is Mother Nature's tricks. Paying attention, focusing. This is your way out of the trap, out of the play. Trap is a very intense word. If you take the master of pain, of suffering, you will grow up immensely. You will recover your lost and unknown strength. You will need it, or else you'll be at the mercy of the same. As these beliefs about yourself arise to tell you that you have no worth, no value, and you succumb to this, you plunge into suffering and blah, blah, blah. If you change your attitude and you take the pain, not letting yourself be touched by this, not defending yourself from the pain, eventually it will lose the power it has on you. You'll become stronger. If you have to break beliefs, leave things behind, whatever it is, it won't be a problem. You will have the power to do it. In the majority of cases, you won't have the need also to do it also, because nothing there to be broken. If it's not a problem, it's not a problem. But circumstances doesn't have a direct relationship. They have their own story. So in whatever you are following, you will find pain if it is a serious work. If it isn't, you will also, but it will be quite different, as I said before. And this pain that you will find, this suffering, is there to prepare you, to make you strong. And you will need this strength. And you have it. You just have been listening to too much bad stories.